Somebody once said that, or they should have said, or maybe I made it up, but they said that life is a series of screw-ups, and occasionally you get lucky and you get some stuff done. Today's video is going to focus on getting the exhaust put together and getting it to be a little bit quieter. She does start, run, drive on her own fuel, her own ignition, her own wiring, which is a big success. Let's see what we can do here. How do I look? I think I've still got an exhaust leak. I can hear the popping, so we'll check into all of that. I've got an extra set of gaskets in case anything blows out. For headers, I felt really bad about kind of having two mismatched headers, and so I took another shot at the headers, and I went ahead and pulled off actually the entire set. Spent some time looking for a set of stock exhaust manifolds. Was unable to find any in a reasonable price range. So then went back to trying to make the long tube headers work, and so those always worked. They work, they're fine. On this side, what I ended up doing was making some modifications to the headers. I took a hammer and I kind of straightened them a little bit, or bent them as the case may be, and I went ahead and trimmed a little bit on one of the mounts so that I could get them on there, and then I put a couple of washers under the engine on that side so that I could clear everything that I needed to clear. This mess is my future exhaust system, or a good chunk of it. I bought this exhaust system on Marketplace for $40. It had a H pipe on it, which is just basically sharing a pipe between the two exhaust pipes, which is supposed to do something for performance. But in the old days, dual exhaust was just dual exhausts, and so I took the mufflers, the pipes, and started to look at how they might fit on this vehicle. Now clearly they came off a Mustang and this is a truck, and so they're not going to fit. But my intent is to use some of the strategic bends that are already in these pipes to make this fit on this truck. One of the first things I ran into was that right out of the headers we have a cross member right behind where the headers pop out, and so I needed to be able to drop the pipe or raise the pipe. I tried dropping the pipe, and it hangs way too low under the truck. So then I decided to raise the pipe, which means that I would take the driver's side one and use it on the passenger side, and have it basically go up like this. And then and so what that does for me is it means that I'm probably going to be cutting this off and putting mufflers here. And I've got a set of California turbo mufflers that are this exact, that'll slip fit over this. And then I may, at this point, just leave the muffler and not worry about the rest of the exhaust system. I really just want to get this thing quieted down a little bit. But then we've got this problem here. There's a transmission between this pipe and the other pipe. And so at this point, what I'm planning to do is to just go ahead and cut this off and take a cap and weld it on to the part that I leave behind. Now, I'm not much of a welder, but I think that if I have something that fits right up against it, I might be able to get it to stick. I could actually, these are not exact, but ideally I may look and see if I can find some freeze plugs that fit perfectly inside of there that I can then wedge in there. I actually have an expander there, so I can actually open this up a little bit and see if I can just get this in there and just put some spot welds on it. And I think that'll be a secure enough fit for what I need. Up at the head here, what I did was I basically I had two different sizes between this pipe, and this was not a good slip fit. It was actually pretty loose, but what I found was that I could use the inside diameter of this, and it happens to be the outside diameter of this, and so I was able to put those two pieces together here. And it's very tight, and all I really need to do is maybe put a little bit of a weld on it or put clamps on it so that I can take it apart in the future. Well, we're temporarily attached. Everything is hooked up all the way back here. I still have to look for leaks, and my positive cable with the headers is now a little bit short. That would be the cable that runs from the solenoid down to the starter, and so it's touching the headers, so I need to get a longer one and reroute it. But yeah, so that's the pipe on each side, and you can see where I capped them off. And then the headers, and I'm sure I've got leaks just listening to the exhaust. I think I've probably got leaks, so I've got to isolate those. But this should work. I need to secure this. They're just kind of sitting up here right now. And I ended up using the old mufflers because they were the right size for the length that I wanted. So that new one will go back in the box over there. And maybe down the road, if I do a different exhaust system, I'll do it all right. All right, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching.